the moment this card appears, the energy of this reading changed completely. There's a message here about unfinished chapters. Not every unfinished chapter leads a reconciliation. Not every distance leads forever. The cards don't promise that another person will do. Instead, they invite us to explore what its connection may be asking you to understand before the next chapter unfolds. So look at these cards and let's check what's going on upside down. How we need to check these cards. So someone may be looking back of old conversation choices or moments that once seems insignificant but now feel much more meaningful. Whatever this resonates with your situation or simply prompts reflection, the symbolism points toward the way time can change perspective. Now, next card coming, and again upside down. What's going on in your life? All going upside down. This card asks important question. If someone from your past re-enter your life tomorrow, would you still be same person they once know? And don't answer too quickly. Growth often happens so gradually that we don't notice how much we have changed until we were faced with a familiar situation. The card suggests that before focusing on anyone else's journey, it's worth considering your own. What have you learned? What boundaries have become clearer? What kind of relationship now aligns with the person you are becoming? Notice how these two cards speak one to another. One represents the past, the other represents possibilities. Between them lies choices. So that's the heart of the reading. Because many people assume tarot is about predicting a fixed future. I see it differently. For me, the cards are symbols that encourage deeper reflection. They highlight patterns, question, and representatives that may help you navigate your own path with the greatest awareness. This is also my personal consultation are so different from collective readings. A general reading explores themes that people may recognize in a different ways. During a personal consultation, we focus entirely on our unique circumstances, your question, and the symbolism surrounding your situation. Together, we explore the patterns that may be influencing your choices and the perspectives that can help you move forward with greater clarity. If while listening today you find yourself thinking, this feels remarkably close to my own experience, you are always welcome to explore your question in a personal reading. I put my email in first pinned comments, and right now let's turn the cards. So the next one carries an energy what many people overlook. It isn't about waiting, it isn't about chasing. It isn't about becoming so deeply connected to your own values that regardless of what another person chooses, you don't lose yourself in the process. And as we reveal the next card, another layer of this message begin to unfold. The next card settles into table, and immediately another layer of this message begins to unfold. There is a quiet energy here, not an energy of certainty, an energy of reflection. Sometimes distance gives people the opportunity to see a relationship from a perspective they couldn't see while they were living outside it. Whatever that resonates with your own situation or not, the symbolism invites an important question. What has this period of distance taught you about yourself? Don't think only about the relationship. Think about you. Think about your peace, your confidence, your boundaries, your ability to recognize what truly brings you joy, because the cards keep reminding us of something many people forget. Because every relationship is also a relationship with yourself. Now, another card, it's a purse. Its symbolism points towards communication, not necessarily immediate communications, not guaranteed communication, but the importance of honest conversation whenever two people are ready to have them. Not as something else. The figure on this card, it's not looking backward. They're looking toward the horizon. That image reminds us that healings doesn't erase a past. It's changed the way we carry it. Perhaps you have spent months asking, why did this happen? The cards gently invite another question. What have I become because of this experience? That shift in perspective often reveals answers that weren't visible before. Now, let's turn the next card, because the next card carries an energy of emotional maturity. It suggests that meaningful connections are strengthened not only by affection, but by honesty, respect, and the willingness to understand the another more deeply. Take a quiet moment. Imagine the healthiest version of this connection. What qualities would exist here? Trust, kindness, patience. Those are the qualities this card continue bringing into focus. So this is something I also witnessed during a personal consultation. People often arrive hoping for certainty about another person's choice. Yet, by the end of the session, many tell me the greatest gift wasn't predicting someone else's future. It was understanding themselves more clearly and recognizing that they truly want moving forward. A personal consultation creates space to explore our own circumstances with your question and your unique story at the center of the reading. Now, let's continue. Another card reveals its symbolism are gentle but powerful. It speaks about self-worth. Sometimes the greatest transformations begins the moment you stop asking, I'm enough? And start asking, is this connection helping both of us become the people we want to be? This single question changed the entire direction of the reading. As I will turn next card, even deeper message begins to connect everything we have explored so far. Next card, it's revealed. The energy becomes even more introspective. This card doesn't rush to provide answers. Instead, it asks you to pause, to observe, to notice what your heart has been trying to tell you while your mind has been searching of certainty. There is a mirror reflected in the symbolism of this card. A mirror doesn't tell you who someone else is. It invites you to see yourself more clearly. So ask yourself this. If you remove fear from the equation, that would your heart choose? Don't answer immediately. Let the question remain with you as we continue through the reading. Now look closely at the details surrounding this card. There is a light breaking through clouds. That image often represents a change in perspective. Sometimes clarity arrives because circumstances change. Sometimes clarity arrives because you change. And that difference matters. So next card speaks about timing. Many people believe timing is something completely outside of them. Yeah, the cards often remind us that timing is also about readiness. Are you ready to continually communicate honestly? Are we ready to listen without becoming defensive? Are we ready to recognize the difference between hope and expectation? Those questions are just as important as asking that might happen next. Now another card appears beside it. Its energy is surprisingly gentle. It speaks about compassion. Not only compassion for another person, compassion of yourself. Think about how often you are judge yourself for caring deeply, for waiting, for hoping, for questioning. The cards invite you to replace self-judgment with curiosity. Instead of asking, why did I feel this way? Try asking, what did this feeling teach me about what truly matters to me? That question opens a completely different door. Over the years, one thing has remained consistent in my personal consultation. People often discover that the question they chose was about another person slowly becomes a journey for understanding themselves. As we explore the symbolism together, they begin to recognize patterns they didn't notice before, strange they had overlooked, and choices that suddenly becomes much clearer. This is why every personal reading is centered on your unique story rather than one side fits all interpretation. So now let's move deeper into emotional energy surrounding this connection. The card suggests that this relationship has left a lasting emotional imprint, whatever it's recent or from a long ago. Its significance continue to invite a reflection. So next card next card points towards emotions that may not have been fully expressed. Sometimes people struggle to communicate what they feel, especially when they are uncertain, overwhelmed, or unsure how their words will be received. rather than assuming that another person is thinking. This card encourages us to consider how silence itself can shape a relationship. Now, next card brings the focus to the connection between two people. It asks us to reflect on moments when two individuals care about one another but experience misunderstandings, different expectations, or different ways of exploring affection. This difference can create distance even when both people value their relationship. So let's look closely to the symbolism. Two figures face one another, yet there is space between them. You can see like this, you can see upside down, but nothing really changed. This space may represent time, circumstances, unspoken conversation, or unresolved emotions. The cards invite us to think about what's helped bridge that distance. Honest communication, mutual respect, and willingness to listen. So if this resonates with your own relationship, ask yourself, what conversation have I been hoping to have? And what would I want what conversation to feel like? Notice that the cards are not asking whatever someone will return or what another person will definitely do. Instead, they encourage you to reflect of that kind of connection you would want if a new chapter were to begin. So the next cards deepens that theme. It highlights the importance of reciprocity. Healthy relationships grow when both people are willing to invest time, attention, and care. One-sided effort can be exhausting. Shared effort creates a stronger foundation. This is one reason many people choose a personal consultation. A collective reading explores themselves that many viewers may recognize, while a personal reading focuses on your unique relationship, your question, and the symbolism surrounding your own circumstances. Rather than try to fit your story into general message, we take time to explore it with the attention it deserves. Now, let's turn the next card. I'm tired today, all cards going upside down. What's going on? Its symbolism suggests that meaningful relationships are built not only through emotion, but also through trust, consistency, and the choices two people make over time. Sometimes the most important question isn't what does this person feel, but what kind of relationship are we creating together? Now, the next relationship card is revealed and the emotional atmosphere becomes even deeper. This card speaks about emotional vulnerability. Not everyone expresses care in the same way. Some people speak openly. Others need time before they feel ready to put their emotions into words. The symbolism here invites you to reflect on the many ways people communicate affection, concern, or uncertainty. As these two cards interact, they raise another. Another important question. When do you feel most emotionally connected to someone? For some, it's through conversation. For others, it's through shared experiences, consistency, or simply everyday gestures. The cards encourage you to think about what helps you feel genuinely seen and understood. Now, notice the next symbol. Two paths begin separately but move towards the same horizon. Rather, they're telling us where they will end. The cards invite us to reflect on what helps two people move closer together over time. Sometimes that involves patience, sometimes it involves clearer communication, sometimes it involves recognizing where expectations have been left unspoken. Take a moment and ask yourself, if you could express one feeling without fear or being misunderstood, what would you want the other person to know? That question may reveal something important about this connection. Now, another card enters the reading. Its symbolism centers on trust. Trust is rarely built on the dramatic moment. More often, it grows through many small choices. Listening carefully, giving promises, showing respect, and making space for honest conversation. The cards encourage you to reflect on the qualities that help a relationship feel secure rather than uncertain. So this is something I often explore during personal consultation as well. Many people come with a question about love, hoping to understand the dynamic of a specific relationship. Together, we'll look at the symbolism surrounding their unique circumstances, the patterns they may be influencing the connection, and the choices what can help them move forward with greater clarity rather than trying to fit your story into a general reading. We focus on your question and the context, what matters most to you. Now, let's turn to the cards. The next one carries an energy of emotional balance. It reminds us what healthy relationship allows both people to speak honestly, to listen with compassion, and grow together without losing themselves in the process. As the next cards revealed, another layer of this symbolic story begins to unfold. Investing that reflect even more deeply of that creates a meaningful and lasting connection. So in next reading we will open more information. Thank you for watching me. With love, your Atma.